Are going live. Hi, everyone. It's Dr. Ali. I am doing some fun things for the first time today, so you can give me some grace. And there goes that. All right. So I was trying to see if I could do it with the going live on Instagram, but I think I might have to play around with that on another day. Hi, is CEO Synergy Mondays. And I wanted to actually take some time out to love on you guys. Happy New Year. As you are popping in, let me know where you are watching this or hearing this from. If you're hearing it from my Facebook page, my group, my LinkedIn, my YouTube, let me know which one you are hearing it from. And most importantly, what part of the world are you in? How is the weather where you're at? We got some folks that got some snow. I know New York, we got a little bit of snow, and we have some more snow that's coming in soon. So they're talking about more snow tonight. I don't know, y'all. I'm at that point. And say hi, because your hi does matter. I want to make sure I can see you guys as you're popping in your comments. As always, you know your hi matters. And tonight, I'm going to share all about this CEO Synergy Flow, this chat conversations that I'm going to be doing. I see you guys. Let me know your name as you're popping in because I can't see all the names on the 50 million openings that I'm doing. I'm actually using this opportunity, Cali, all the way from Cali. I'm using this opportunity. Oh my goodness, no, not tornado weather. Ooh, um, to wish you guys happy new year, to welcome you back in, and to share a little bit more about this synergistic flow that I'm going into. And it's not new. Don't call it a comeback. It's been here for years, literally. Um, and why I decided to start doing these CEO synergies conversations on Mondays. I'm going to share a little bit more about how it's helped me in sales, how it's helped me in business, in my business, and why I have adopted this model that has helped me in building relationships. But it's okay right now. Oh my goodness, no, tornadoes in Louisiana too? Stop. Stop it, please. What is happening? Well, y'all saw me. I had the opportunity of going to Aruba for the weekend. Who says that, right? Going to Aruba for the weekend. One of my clients, Yaji Hill, had her a healthy transformation retreat this weekend. And it was phenomenal. Oh my goodness. It was perfect for a January event. So much good flows. I could share my 3 takeaways from that is definitely take time out for self at the beginning of the year. Somebody type that in the chat for me. Take time out for yourself at the beginning of the year. So you can really get yourself clear in terms of your holistic, your whole being. And those, if you're part of my executive squad, executive elites, then let me know you're here. Please share it with our group. Let them know I'm live. I'm actually live. If you're part of my Elite Legacy Mastermind, share it in our messenger group and definitely for our Sales Academy. Share it in our group so they know that I'm live. You're watching it from Aruba, so that means my mama or Ishameen. Let me know because it doesn't tell me. All it tells me is Facebook user. Um, so being there for the weekend really helped me to know that it's important to take some time out, not just to work on my mindset, my whole being, taking time out. We did so much within those 2 days. We went to the beach, baby beach as always, perfect time to get yourself renewed for the year. It got me into that space where I just feel so divinely connected to listening, to showing up in my next level. Hey mama. Everybody say hey mama. and then we also did a mountain climb. There's a mountain in Aruba. There's a few little ones, and then there's one bigger one. So we did that climb, which I shared on live. And that was kind of rough for me because even though I may do the Peloton, I'll do my own workouts and I climb stairs. That was just a whole different level of overcoming because it started off dark. It started, and listen, in the middle, I felt my whole breath leaving my whole body. I don't know if my lungs were going to collapse on my way up. It was rough. It was tough. But one of the things that we relied on were each other, and it confirmed again this synergistic flow that I'm going into, this collaborative space of helping others, and how I've grown my business ridiculously faster than others and consistently, is through the synergistic method that I'm going to share in a few. Um, and then the third process that I learned through that was the massage. The massage, my type of massage. Everyone should have a massage at the beginning of the year. Everyone should have a massage at the beginning of the year. It is the perfect body reset, right? So when I say whole being is the vibe. Whole being, climbing mountains, taking time out to reflect on self, making sure you find spaces that helps you to get aligned, right? So I'm going to share my CEO synergy concept. I wrote it down. I actually posted it in the chat. Thank you. Shout out to Shay Lee, who is my social media support person, marketer, beast. She turned some of my words into beautiful graphics. I just went and I pulled that graphic. Just yes, followed by carnival. Followed by a carnival. That's like all my things, right? All my things all up in one shot. And it wasn't even planned. How about that? It wasn't even planned on my side. I was literally just going to support. I was literally just going to go help out one of my clients. Definitely, she's an executive, so executives get me to come down and support them in their logistics and their flows, and also in their sales and closing. And one of the things that it helped me to navigate was the importance of maintaining my peace. Type out the word peace, my energy, and my well being. And I posted that this morning. No matter what this year, this is going to be the year that we protect our peace. Say, protect my peace, protect my energy, right? Because going up that mountain, Lord knows there were times I had to stop a lot. I would go like had like 6, 7, 8 steps, and I go and I sit down because I have to protect that energy to make sure I can do the entire thing. And I was okay with stopping and taking pauses. That was a beautiful lesson learned physically. And then the last thing is my well-being, y'all. My well-being. This is the year, even as we're working in our business, even as we're growing in sales, as we're scaling and creating purposeful businesses and just creating impact, right? Right? You're gonna be playing big this year, right? The main goal is for us to protect our energy, protect our peace, protect our well being. And when we can do those three together, it's a synergistic flow that just ignites all the other things that we can do. How are some ways that we protect our peace? Um, Making sure each day that we create, at least for me, I make sure I create intentional habits, intentional routines to align myself more with peace. To Many people will meet me and they can feel like I don't even have to say much. They can feel the peace that's within me, and that's because, and I'm not making it seem like I'm this perfect person that um, doesn't have moments, but I'm definitely that one that will not go down that spiral of things when I feel like my peace is being taken from me, right? And I didn't intentionally want to give it to anyone. Right. When people get you in these conversations, when they start talking about other people, I just tell them, listen, that has nothing to do with my minding my own business. I got a whole bunch of business besides mine. I have some clients that I'm minding their business. I don't even need to know all the things. I'm sorry. I'm not that one for gossip. I am not that one for gossip. I don't even care. I don't want to know. Ask my mama. She want to talk. She want to talk to me about people across, that did this and did that, and you know how people just love having conversations. But me, I'm in that space where, and I want us to share that. And I'm going to be coming on Mondays and having conversations with different CEOs, some of my executives. It's going to be synergistic conversations. But today I'm starting it off as me because I want you to see where I'm going this year. And I invite some of you, the guys, to come in with me. We're going to have our Vision Fest on the 20th. Do not miss that opportunity to play with us, whether it's in person or whether it is going to be virtual. You want to align yourself, which is the second part. So the first part is we're going to be protecting our peace, protecting our energy, and our well-being, because we want to make sure that this is the year that we are not allowing ourselves to get sick over other people. Like, we're navigating our own health, we're navigating our own space. When we feel ourselves getting headaches, release people, release things, release the confusion that's around you, so that we can protect this well-being space. And until we're able to do that work within ourselves, we can't even have the connections with other people. So this synergistic flow, this synergistic method, has a lot to do first with ourselves, our divine connection with ourselves, right? Tapping into who we are, tapping into our well-being, our peace, our level of where we want to make sure that we protect as we take on this year. And we're going to do it together, if that's okay. We're going to do it together, if that's okay with you. Because one thing I've learned is that trying to figure out this thing called life, called business, called professionals or professions, all these things that we try to do when we try to do it by ourselves, it sucks. It's painful. We make bigger mistakes than we need to. It brings us up to be super defensive. It just isn't the way that we should be living our life, or at least I decided that I'm not going to be doing anymore. I don't need to play I'm strong and I got it all. No. Within the last few years, with deaths, with illnesses, with other natural things that have happened within our community, our Vibes High community. I always love to say I roll with some crew, with some of my clients who look out for me. We look out for each other, so that we can make sure that we're still showing up powerfully in the world. And that began this whole synergistic flow, where we show up for each other. Is it okay that we show up for each other? But before we even show up for others, we got to make sure we're showing up for ourselves. And that's what part of this weekend was all about, making sure that we are showing up for ourselves. So the number first part we're going to talk about, which I shared with you guys, is maintaining peace, energy, and your well-being in 2024. Are you guys going to agree to that? I'm just checking out on your agreements. Are we agreeing to we're protecting our PW, peace, energy, and well-being? Our pew. I love an acronym. Are we going to protect ourselves? Are you in agreement of that, of being in super, super intentional mode? The second one is we're going to make sure that we're going to be making intentional choices. Intentional choices, making sure that when we're in certain places, about who we want to collaborate with, about who we want to align ourselves with, we got to make sure that it's coming from a space where it's intentional. I've been speaking about intentional and obedience for the last probably 3 years out loud, longer within myself. And it goes back to why I decide when I'm going to coach with certain people, why I decide when I'm going to be in certain communities with certain people, why I decide when I'm going to actually show up and do sales and support for whoever that's chosen. Because I believe we're in alignment whenever something is chosen. I just don't go around choosing. A lot of it is already divinely assigned, but making sure that I am connected to my higher self, my higher power, my divine God, my being, the source within me. So having that a synergistic flow with me, but then also having the synergistic flow with my spiritual me, my spiritual the God in me. Making sure that I'm in prayer, making sure that I'm in meditation, making sure that I am doing the things to make sure I can listen. One of the main reasons why I chose to pick Aruba and why I bought a house there, why we now call it our home base, which is now being deemed into our sacred sanctuary, is because of these are the places where I'm allowed to get into full alignment with God, where I'm allowed to hear a lot of spiritual transformations happens during our retreats and during our masterminds when we're down there. And that was the space where I began to realize, if I'm not in alignment, and if I'm not in obedience, and if I am not allowing myself to take peace, to make sure I am listening, somebody type out the word listening to what I'm supposed to be doing next, then that's when the chaos starts to happen. Notice when you're operating, moving, doing things, but you never stop to make sure, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this what I was assigned to do? Is this part of my aligned movement? And when we are not in that space when we're just operating based on our physical self and just, oh, we want to go there, we want to do here, we want to do that. And trust me, I have been there. I am the carnival aholic, right? I've been to every single place known to life simply by just showing up at the beginning. Later, as I began to grow, as I began to develop, and I'm still developing. Can we still write out the word still developing? Because I never want to make it seem like I'm coming from the mountaintop. I just want to share why it is that when we begin to co-create together, when we begin to do more collaborative things together, why being and doing our individual work, doing our spiritual work helps us in this bigger space that we're going to be doing. So I'm tapping you back in and taking you back out. Like why I do phenomenal sales, why I have create impactful relationships, why I'm able to do easier conversions, have conversations with ease, authentic spaces to help people with their next levels, helps the entire things why I got into sales and why I began to help people more with sales. But it wasn't just about the money. It wasn't just about the, oh my goodness, the profit, the revenue. Yes, that's all part of it. I do believe in being a responsible CEO, but I also believe making sure that we help people with responsible choices. But we can't do that until we're tapped into ourselves as human beings, as spiritual beings, and also as a community on wanting to help each other. Get the flow? Understand what we're going to be doing this year? Why I'm signing up other people and I can't do this by myself? Right? So, as we talk about alignment, as we also making sure, or as we also speak about making sure that we are in that space of divine connection with our God, with our higher power, with our spiritual being, spiritual source. For me, is God. You guys can choose whatever works for you, and you can put it in there. But whatever it is us of a spiritual higher power that helps you, helps me, helps us to be able to support each other on a higher level. Make sense? All right. So in addition to alignment, another key method is making sure that there's a deep vibrational connectivity. So one of the things as I get into and it's still EPOP for those who are thinking that I changed my whole legacy sales model and moved it all over, it's still me. I'm still talking about energy. I'm still talking about planning. I'm still talking about offers. I'm still talking about practice. It's all in association of the synergistic flow of how we're going to move it. But the key is making sure that we do some of this underlying work. Now, when it comes to deep, deep vibrational conversations or deep vibrational connections, the key is for us to make sure that we feel it, right? A lot of you guys will hear me ask you, how does it feel? What are you feeling before making the move? Vibrations, this take me back to my audiology days, guys. Vibrations has a lot to do with sound, has a lot to do with the flow of sound waves or the feeling within your body of how it's resonating throughout your body. Does it feel like if it's something that's what you should be doing? Should I make this move? Should I not make this move? Should I do this business? Should I not do this business? Should I have this relationship? Should I not have this relationship? Are we truly tapped into these deep vibrational sensations that we're having within our body that lets us know if we're making the right choice or the choice that we need to be making for ourselves at that time, or if we're just doing whatever, right? And sometimes we got to just say, I'm just doing whatever, and that's okay. But if we are in that space, we are now aligning with ourselves, where we're tapping in and making sure that we are tapping into our vibrational flow source. Sorry, let me get some lubrication on my vocal folds. Then that will help us to enhance relationships. That will help us to see if we're feeling that period of satisfaction. Is it something that is helping us to move towards feeling more satisfied? Or is it something that's helping us to feel less satisfied? And that's that space where we begin to conserve energy. If we're feeling that we're putting all of this momentum and all of this power and all this energy and all this hard work and all this effort into making something flow, maybe that's not where it's supposed to be going. Maybe that's not where it's supposed to go. Check within yourself and ask yourself, does this feel right? Does this feel like it's within accordance? Now, when we're creating relationships with people, when we're creating and doing collaborations with others, when we're having connectivity moments, we want to make sure that we're tapping into this space of making sure it's in alignment. Does it feel like like it's vibrational within us? Does it feel like it's moving towards being more satisfied, or does it feel like this does not feel good at all? I don't like it. Let's start trusting our intuition more now, right? How many of us have felt something before, have went against feeling it before, and later on want to kick yourself in the butt like, dang it, I knew it, I shouldn't have. I felt like something wasn't right. I felt like something was telling me not to do it. I felt it, but yet I still just did it because I was more of my physical self, or moving from my outside self than moving from my inner self. So, the last part I want to share with you is using this as a space to connect with others, right? To collaborate with others. Can this be a year where we're open to doing things past ourselves, to doing things with others, to making sure that we can do things in a co creative space, to add vibrationals together, vibrational energy together, levels together? Can it be a space where we're not only relying on ourselves, so that we can have more cohesive and productive and a productive manner of building ourselves, right? So that we learn how to do it easier, so that we learn from others what works and what doesn't work. I made a specific announcement this morning when I said that we all have different strengths. Like, I'm super good with what I'm good at. I'm good at communications. I'm good at connectivity. I'm good at sales. I'm good at just having impactful relationships with people. That's part of my gift. It's part of what I just have strengths in. I've been to school for it, been trained for communication, just have it down the wazoo. My parents are communicators, especially my mama. I learned a lot from her growing up as her being a social worker, and her always having open doors for me to have conversations with that aspect. I now use that to develop my business. But when it comes to certain things that I'm not good at, like, I'm not that great with graphics. I may make some graphics. I may play around with graphics, but I am not the graphics queen. I am not the one to choose the colors and to choose how things are pretty and lined up and all that. That's not me, right? So when I am about to create effective relationships, I'm about to create more synergistic relationships, I'm checking for people. I'm leaning towards people who that's their divine gift, that's their divine strength. Therefore, when we collaborate together, when we co create together, then everyone is in that space of adding into the pot. We're adding into the pot. We're not trying to compete with each other, or no, I do this best, and we all, nobody wants to see no one do anything better, and no, right? So we're actually going to come from a space this year where we are going to do more of supporting each other on them having their strengths in their areas and us having our strengths in our areas. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna leave you guys with that today. It's literally just a quick pop in. I wanted to come in. Of course, you are invited to our Vision Fest. It's gonna be super, super dope next week, Saturday, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday on the 20th. It will be a full representation of synergistic flow. It's how we do things. It's full connectivity to our spiritual selves, full connectivity to us planning out our year, from our dreams to actually having the systems and the strategies to actually activating some of the things and executing some of the things that we dream about and have visions about. So it's going to be a combination of left brain, right brain, right? Which is me. I'm a left brain, right brain type of person, with the creativity and the scientific and the organizing and the structure kind of comes into play. So that's what you will see at our Vision Fest. Make sure you're there if you need access. And if you are in New York, do not, or near New York, do not miss the opportunity to come. It's in a secret location. It'll be intimate. If you want to do it in person, type out the word in person. I will send you that link. If you want to join us virtually because you're not in New York, but you still want to get it down with the program and be part of the process, then definitely do that. It is $97 for the virtual and $197 investment for the in real life. So just note that there is an investment, because you will be getting an amazing return of investment, and you'll have the chance to literally literally sit down, take some time out, get clear on this plan, get clear on the vision, start executing some of the things immediately, and in the end, create your vision board. That is going to be for 2024. And you know I'm gonna be stretching you. So whatever you're gonna be doing, I see you, Joy. I see you, Facebook user. You gotta tell me who's the other person that says in person. Who's above Joy? I can't see your name, unless it's Mama. Mama, you in person too? Gotta love Mama. Um, but make sure that you have the opportunity to be stretched. A lot of folks are gonna go, oh, I can do it myself. I can stay home and do it myself. Absolutely. But remember, we are in synergy this year and beyond. We're focusing on not sitting down and doing all the things by myself and focusing on the space of doing things with others. It's focusing on doing things with each other, on gathering energies together, on building on each other's strengths so that it saves us time, it saves us energy, and we become more productive in our results. So, and E, Mama and E, I love y'all. So that is the direction that we're going. I hope you enjoyed our CEO Synergy conversation. We'll be having some more on Mondays. I'll bring in some of my favorite folks and I will share more about how we play synergistically together. And if you are interested in joining us or joining me for a conversation, I'll be repurposing some of this to my podcast, Dr. Ali Griffith Show. It's time. It's more than time. We revamped that podcast, and now will be the time for us to do it. Okay, so we're gonna be using some of these conversations and repurposing it into our podcast for 2024, the start of 2024. All right. I love you. Have a blessed and amazing day. Make sure if you need to come to our vision board or vision fest that you're going to see you either in person and or virtual, need access to get in, just send me a quick message, DM me, and I will send you the direct link. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for our legacy builders. No, sorry, for our academy, for our executives and masterminders. Tomorrow we get started for our monthly flow, business coaching flow. Have a blessed one, y'all. Take care. I remember to share this out. Press the word share. Press share. Send this message out to someone. Somebody else needs to be in our flow.